All right, ladies and gentlemen, everyone who is here, it is time for more One Piece. And I've been looking forward to this chapter ever since the break because, alas, well, you know what? It's probably best if you see my face when I say all of this. Yo, peoples! Kyushu92 here, and welcome back to yet another One Piece chapter reaction and review. Last chapter we left out on, it had Kizaru making his way all the way into Egghead. Stussy has been bodied protecting Vegapunk from Lucci. And as the Straw Hats are enacting their plan in order to escape Egghead and the incoming mother of all Buster Calls, Kizaru runs up on Luffy and the crew, but Luffy is already ready and he clashes with Kizaru. So the question is this the moment where we see Kizaru actually take a fight seriously? Because remember, Luffy is at a stage where he's beaten an individual who is thought to be unbeatable. So, we are about to have our first official full-fledged Luffy versus Admiral fight. You know, and I say full-fledged, but you know, back when Kuzan first met them at Long Island, you know what? This isn't the full, well, we'll just call it the reunion. The Saba Ori Archipelago reunion. Everyone who was there who mattered fighting-wise is now there. So it should be interesting to see where things go. Chapter 1092. Kuma, the Tyrant's Holy Land Rampage? I'm sorry? Kuma, the Tyrant's Holy Land Rampage? How do you... Oda! What do you mean Kuma's Holy Land? Is Kuma about to go ham on Marijua? Oda, how do you... I'm not even past the first page! Chapter 1092, Kuma, the Tyrant's Holy Land Rampage. Reader requests, Jinbei being smushed by giant cuddly Remoras. Yeah, Remoras, by Kataha Jime. Jesus, we are cutting from Luffy and going straight back to Marijua! Marijua, the previous day. He's finally climbed up to the top! The invincible slave has returned! Soldiers, stop him at once! We can't! He's unstoppable! And they can't stop Kuma. He's hell-bent on reaching his destination, whatever that is! And... First 2 pages. Oda. He's been cooking. Oda has been cooking every chapter. And we get Kuma using Ursa Shock in Marijua? And the whole area just detonates right outside Pangaea Castle. But Kuma's huffing and puffing. What do you think you're doing? First the revolutionaries the other day, now this. You must answer for this historic destruction, Kuma. Akainu is there! We've never seen this man leave Navy headquarters. Akainu is in Marijua! Akainu is in Marijua! You must answer for this historic destruction, Kuma. Fleet Admiral Sakazuki! And then one soldier gets stepped on by one of the nobles. These soldiers are worthless! Akainu, I'll have you know that last night I ordered the lobster and they had the gall to tell me they were out! This has never happened before! What's become of Marijua's food supply? That's not the most important thing. I've been brutally injured just now. Hurry up and put that tyrant slave Kuma to death! So all the nobles are... Kuma's about to fight Akainu. Kuma's about to fight Akainu. Kuma's about to fight Excuse me.
That's not the most important thing. I've been brutally injured just now. Hurry up and put that tyrant slave Kuma to death!
Listen up, Kuma. If we can't maintain control of you, then we certainly can't afford to have you on the loose, where you can be a danger to the public. You lost your free will long ago, I'm told. So if you're no different from a dead man, then where do you think you're going? Hellhound!
And Akainu immediately launches at Kuma to try and hit him with the same move that took off half of Whitebeard's face.
Mega!
And Kuma gets hit by it. It's a glancing blow, but Kuma still gets hit by it.
Well, at least you bleed like a man.
And then it shows Kuma running away from Akainu. It shows Kuma running away from Akainu, who just engulfs the entire area in lava, and Kuma's foot gets hit by lava, and he feels it, but then he just poofs away. He just teleports, he just poofs himself away from Akainu, and he's just gone. And, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Akainu is silent, and then we're cutting right back to when Akainu found Jewelry Bonnie after the Marineford War. We get to see more of that conversation!
Bark all you like, but Kuma's mind will not return to him. He volunteered to be reborn as a weapon of war.
Liar! He would never choose to do such a thing! He would never! Hey! Where did Kuma go? He would never leave me behind!
And this is what Bonnie said back when Akainu was talking to her. I didn't know that there was a continuation of that conversation.
Hey! Where did Kuma go? You let him escape! Some fleet admiral you are!
Where would you go? A mere puppet with no mind or will left.
And now we're back on Egghead! Egghead, New World. Destroy the Sea Beast weapons! And it has the Mark IIIs still fighting the Navy. Some ships have been sunk, and Sea Beast weapons have been destroyed. We've landed on the Fabrio phase. Secure the whole island. Admiral Kizaru has already breached the Labo phase. Atop the clouds. I thought I said Labo phase, but I said Fabrio phase. We've landed on the Fabrio phase. Fabrio phase. Labo phase. It's very easy for you to think that you said that word twice. Secure the whole island. Admiral Kizaru has already breached the Labo phase atop the clouds. And it cuts to Luffy, who's using Snake Man against Kizaru. I can see why you're the man who defeated Kaido. Very powerful stuff. Mind you, Luffy has access to Haki here, and Kizaru is still fine. I'm scared. Luffy is using Snake Man. You know, the speedier version of his forms. And Kizaru is just blocking everything. I can see why you're the man who defeated Kaido. Very powerful stuff. However, I must ask, what brings a pirate like you to step in and protect a man like Vegapunk? That's what I'm asking! Why do you want to kill the Apple Man? And Kizaru is just... I can't tell if he's shooting light out of his hands or he's making it so that Luffy's punches don't actually hit him. I don't want to. And then he just teleports away from Luffy. Huh? Man, how far away did he fly? Whoa, Kizaru is already miles... Kizaru is already miles away. Oh! Kizaru is already miles away from Egghead. This dude truly does move at light speed. He's already miles away from Egghead, because Egghead is just like small distance-wise. I don't want to. Huh? Man, how far away did he fly? I don't want to kill him, obviously. I've known Vegapunk for a long, long time. So I'd appreciate you staying out of this. And then Kizaru turns into light, and this acceleration is power. And as he turns into a beam, he picks up speed. While he's a beam, it just turns into like one big massive beam that starts to narrow down, and he gets even faster. And before Luffy can do anything, Kizaru is in front of Luffy and kicks him so fast. As we see the Vega Force 1 carrying the Sunny, and it going, huh?
I've completed the Vega Force 1, a giant robot, the dream of mankind.
And Kizaru is thinking back to when Vegapunk first unveiled the Vega Force 1. Kizaru accelerated his speed to the point where he turned Luffy into a cannonball. A living projectile kicked Luffy so hard that he splits the Vega Force 1 in two. Pack it up. Pack it up. Pack it up. Kizaru has been playing with all of us. This man is far more powerful than we could have ever realized. I gotta sit down. I knew this man was broken. I knew this man was overpowered. I knew he was. But the fact that this man basically this man is scary. This man is scary. If you see, that's a scary thought now. If you see this man teleport away from you, and then you see a beam of light, he went miles, and he traveled miles, picking up speed until he came in and kicked Luffy so hard that he turned Luffy into a bullet. And the Vega Force 1 is completely split through bisected straight through the midsection, split the top body from the legs. And Luffy goes sailing directly into the laser shield of the Labo phase. That's how hard Luffy's been kicked. And Frankie's going, Luffy! And then the Vega Force 1 falls over, and so does the Sunny. And then we have Lilith.
Frankie! Bonnie! Run!
Why?
The Vega Force 1's about to!
And then the Vega Force 1 just explodes.
Darn it! No! Our robot of dreams! How dare he! His son.
Wait.
Darn it! No! Her robot of dreams!
How dare he! Is Sunny alright?
Straw Hat got knocked clean away!
Kizaru, you monster!
As Kizaru is standing there in front of everybody, completely unfazed. Look how big you are now, Bonnie. Kids these days grow so fast. Didn't you hate Dr. Vegapunk for what he did? Well, there's an assassination order on his head now. And Bonnie's just looking angrily and also partially scared at Kizaru.
The situation's changed. My wrath has a new target. Age Skewer!
And Bonnie tries to use her powers on Kizaru, but he just shifts out of the way and then goes, Careful. I'd rather not hurt any acquaintances outside of my mission parameters. And he just speeds up his leg, not to the extent he speeds up his leg. Wait, oh my goodness, he speeds up his leg and kicks Bonnie into the laser shield! No chill. No chill. I thought he'd just speed up his leg just a little bit to maybe not injure her, but he straight up kicks her into the opposite side. Right into the laser shield on the other side. He kicked Luffy so hard he went flying into one side of the laser shield. Then he kicked Bonnie so hard she flew into the other side of the laser shield.
Hey, wait, not that way. Bonnie!
As there's an explosion from where Bonnie hits. Kizaru, no chill whatsoever.
Curse you, Kizaru! Radical!
And Frankie's about to use Frankie Radical Beam, and Kizaru's just gone.
Huh? Wait, where'd he go? Unless... Oh, the Stella's in trouble! Come in, control tower!
Gotcha.
Usopp!
Control tower, Labo phase.
Frankie, you okay? We heard a huge blast out here. Eureka! The code is cracked! Huh, really?
Goes Nami towards Vegapunk.
In your face, York! What? Darn it! No! Stupid geniuses! Frankie, we can lower the barrier now! Are the Vega Force wanting your ship around the back now?
About that.
Your escape plan is a failure, Vegapunk. I've blown your so-called giant robot of dreams to smithereens. Kizaru is in there now.
Yeah!
Oh my goodness, Kizaru is standing there. Kizaru is standing there in between everybody.
Ah! Kizaru! When did you get here? Ah! We're goners!
Please understand, this is very difficult for me too. I'd rather not draw it out. And then there's another explosion. Boom.
Ah! That hurt!
We know who's laughing like this.
Whew! That was a bit spicy.
As Gear 5 Luffy goes giant and grabs a hold of Kizaru.
What?
Shocking everyone. Everyone's eyes are popping out of their skulls, except for Kizaru. There it is. So this is the thing you do.
Thanks for knocking me all the way back down, jerk. All the way down, jerk. Almost thought I was gonna die going through that barrier twice.
And then we cut back to the ancient mech. You know, the one we learned assaulted Marijois, but before it could destroy Marijois, it ran out of power? It turns on. It turns on. That's the end of the chapter. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 chapters. I don't want to yell. My God. I don't want to yell. So many things happened in this chapter. Let me see what you guys have said. Let me see what you all have said. First, Ozzy, member for 15 months. Thank you, Ozzy. Thank you, Ozzy, for the continued support of the channel. Thank you. 15 months. It's been a hot minute. Ogata, greetings. Neil Johnson, hey. He finally left the desk. Here's for great chapter. These entitled jerks now. Kuma has to be heading to Egghead now. Kohagen, good to see you as well. A mere puppet with no mind or will left. I think Akainu's talking about how it feels to be the Fleet Admiral and under the command of the Celestial Dragons. Because he's in that same situation. He has a will of his own, but it doesn't matter much to the Gorosei and the nobles. Started early? Yes, because I got home early. Yonko fans in the mud after this chapter, you love to see it. I mean, these are Katakuri level attacks. He needs to be using that advanced Conqueror's Haki and advanced armament. Yeah, it is. Now, Yonko fans know that the battle is far from over. Accelerating faster than light can happen if that speed of light is in a medium like air and not a vacuum. Therefore, the burst before Kizaru's acceleration could be Cherenkov's radiation. I love the science behind what Kizaru, the possible signs of what Kizaru. I love the signs behind what Kizaru is doing when he's accelerating. Was that always my Frankie's voice?
Well, when I do his voice, it tends to be like this sometimes. But I was kind of stressing it because he was shouting. So maybe it was kind of loud like that, but normally I try to keep his voice around this level.
But that's the voice. That's Karma. That's the voice I normally give Frankie. But it was like a very hostile situation, and I was very hyped, so my voice was kind of hype as well. So it was kind of shrill. It was kind of loud. So that was it. Stupid geniuses. Brilliant. Yeah, ain't that an oxymoron? Stupid geniuses. Love the Kizaru voice? Thank you. I loved using it. And every time I do Kizaru's voice, my lips has to go off to the side like this. Let's see, Kizaru, and no break. No break! Kizaru still has an ace in his deck. I know he does, because we have yet to see Kizaru do the absolute pinnacle of what he's capable of. See, Karma, never count out an emperor. Classic, love the reference. That's our Yonko. No break, yes, the best part. Yeah, no break! If the drums of liberation is a power source and Nika is the god of the sun and Mother Flame is harnessing the power of a sun, it's not surprising to see the drums powering the robot. This is getting really good and it's just started. Look. That's something to think about. That's definitely something to think about. That's interesting. Hold on, I gotta look up this chapter again to see all the real important bits. The fact that we're not going on break from this type of chapter. Oh, we spoiled. We are spoiled. You know that? Okay, we got a long summary. Ooh, I gotta go through the summary. Let's go through the summary because it's very important. Because Neil, you are on to something. Just realized my Kizaru voice is the same as the CEO voice you did in that short, or at least really familiar. Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like it in a way. But let's go through the long summary real quick that's been posted. Bartholomew Kuma has reached Marijwa and has unleashed an Urasusushoku attack which has devastated several buildings. Sakazuki confronts Kuma as several world nobles appear, complaining about the lack of food and demanding that he execute Kuma for injuring all of them in his rampage. Sakazuki tells Kuma that if the world government can't control him anymore, then they can't let him live. Think about that sentence. If they can't control you, they can't let you live. But what he personally doesn't understand is his motivation, since he has lost his sense of self. As he says that, he uses Mego on Hellhound on Kuma, destroying a portion of his face. So he did destroy a portion of Kuma's face. He did the same exact thing to Whitebeard. The only difference is Kuma got hit on the right side of his face, whereas Whitebeard got hit on the left side. So Mego is a dangerous attack because it's fast and it is capable of just burning, searing, and destroying a part of a person's body. Of course, in the anime, this was majorly censored, and it was just like a second hit into Whitebeard's chest that Akainu then detonated. But in the manga, you straight up just claws off a person's face with it. As he says this, he uses Mego on Kuma, destroying a portion of his face. Kuma starts running, but Sakazuki fires a blast of magma that destroys one of Kuma's legs. But he still manages to teleport himself away. After he flees, Sakazuki thinks back to when they captured Bonnie 2 years ago, and he told her that Kuma willingly offered himself to become a weapon, which Bonnie refused to believe at the time. As the world nobles yell at Sakazuki for letting Kuma get away, Sakazuki continues to wonder where Kuma is going. On Egghead, the Sea Beast weapons are destroyed by the Pacifista, allowing the Marines to land. Luffy has transformed into Snake Man, is barraging Kizaru with his punches, which Kizaru blocks. But even he has come to admit that Luffy has become a formidable opponent since defeating Kaido. Kizaru asks Luffy why he's protecting Vegapunk. But Luffy retorts by asking why Kizaru wants to kill him anyway. Kizaru warps far away from Luffy as he admits he doesn't personally want to kill him because he's known him for so long. But he doesn't have a choice. With blinding speed, Kizaru kicks Luffy so hard he flies into Vega Force 1, completely destroying it and sending him into the Frontier Dome's barrier. Kizaru is a man to be feared. The Thousand Sunny falls out of the destroyed robot's hands as Frankie, Bonnie, and Lilith run away from the exploding robot. Kizaru confronts the two as he comments on how much Bonnie has grown, and he asks why she is getting in his way of killing Dr. Vegapunk, who she is supposed to hate. Bonnie, however, grabs a wire and declares that her target has shifted as she uses Toshisuke, which is age skewer, Suki or Toshisuke. Kizaru easily dodges her and blows her into the barrier as well as he asks to not make him hurt any more people he knows. Frankie tries to attack Kizaru, but he teleports away. Frankie realizes where Kizaru must be going and contacts Usopp to warn him, just as Dr. Vegapunk, Edison, and Atlas crack the code to the Frontier Dome. Just as Dr. Vegapunk asks if Frankie has brought Vega Force 1 and the ship to the other side of the island, Kizaru appears telling Dr. Vegapunk that his plans have been foiled. He tells Dr. Vegapunk that this mission is tough on him, so he doesn't want to drag it out too long. But before he can do anything, Luffy appears in Gear 5th and grabs Kizaru with his giant hand. As a result of Luffy's transformation, the Iron Giant seems to turn on in response to Luffy's heartbeat. So that just gives massive validity to your thoughts, Neil. You must be on. Also, I just realized. Okay. Perfect chapter for you. It is because I love Kizaru as a character. I loved everything about this chapter. I love it. Since Vega Force 1 was obliterated by Kizaru, something tells me that the ancient robot will be used to help everybody escape. That's the thing that I'm thinking as well. And another difference is Whitebeard floored Akainu. That's the difference. Oda loves his callbacks and rhymes. Fun watching Kuma get his face melted. Fun watching Kuma get his face melted? I'd rather Kuma not get hurt anymore. Like, imagine how Bonnie's gonna feel when she sees her father's face half burnt off. Akainu's gonna be headed to the list. Curious why Sakazuki let Bonnie live given his justice and his viewpoints of pirates. Very interesting indeed. We didn't get much more on that conversation, only that Akainu knew of Kuma's predicament during that time after the war. Like, it makes sense Kizaru knows Bonnie since he's been on Egghead, so he's probably seen Bonnie with Kuma, but how does Sakazuki know her? That's an interesting question. Also, Cedez, good to see you as well. Welcome. And a beer, good to see you. Look at Kyushu clean, the black version, Sung Jin Woo. You too kind. Arise. After this chapter, you had to watch the first episode of Tom and Jerry, such a classic. Look, don't worry, Vegapunk will fix Kuma. I can understand that, and I can see it. Given how he was able to create more pacifistas, I can understand that Vegapunk is capable of, healing Kuma and giving him his face back and whatever. But we just seen a new level of speed from Kizaru. See, we knew Kizaru was fast, but we just got another example of just how fast this man can go. We just got another example. This man is able to accelerate to the point where, no, I'm not looking for the voice actor for Kizaru. I want to go to the Pika Pika no Mi. Because y'all know I like to go over my devil fruit powers and what have you. But in Borsalino's case, let's see. Like all other users of Logia Devil Fruits, the user of this is able to control, create, and transform into an element. In this case, Borsalino is able to control, create, and transform into the element of light. As such, the user is able to utilize light-based attacks, including shooting laser beams from their hands, fingers, or feet, which are capable of causing massive explosions, summoning light flashes to blind opponents, to undergoing partial transformations that enable physical attacks that connect at light speed, which can cause devastating damage. This dude is ridiculously fast. See, another reason to call Kizaru fast is that Snake Man is supposed to be fast. Snake Man was used against Katakuri, And Snake Man was used to be faster than Katakuri's future vision. So Kizaru is faster than Snake Man, which is supposed to be faster than a user's future vision. It was made to combat the ability to see into the future, and Kizaru is faster than Luffy. Luffy only had enough time to brace himself before he went flying into the Frontier Dome. That's how fast Kizaru was moving. He moved faster than Luffy's ability to use Future Sight, which he has. He moved faster than Luffy could see. And just had enough time to brace himself before getting kicked away. This man truly is moving at the speed of light. Because there was some discrepancy a long time ago about whether he was truly moving at the speed of light or he only moves at the speed of light when he transforms into light, not him moving itself. But this man is so fast, so ridiculously fast, that not even Snake Man is able to keep up with it. And that's the fastest version of Luffy. And he's just in the room with Vegapunk and everybody else. He's just there because the only other person who's there that can actually offer up a bit of a fight between Kizaru is Jinbei and Sanji. But given the fact that Luffy just grabbed Kizaru, mind you, he grabbed him. This is the first time Kizaru has ever been, physically stopped by someone since Rayleigh. Remember that. This is the first time he's been physically stopped. Not him splitting off into light to avoid getting hit. No, this is the first time he's been physically stopped since Rayleigh. Because I don't count Whitebeard using his Placento to try and hit Kizaru. He turned into light to avoid him. But this is the first time in 2 years in the One Piece story that Kizaru has been physically stopped by someone. And we're not going on break? We're not going on break? The Lord is good. We're not going on break from this chapter? What? We get to see what happens next. So many good things. Kuma going and wreaking havoc on Marie Joie. That's one thing. He's just up there just laying hands on everybody. Yeah, you was wondering why you didn't say Zoro, but yeah, I forgot he's fighting Lucci. Exactly, I only counted the people who were in the room at the time. Zoro's dealing with Lucci. That should not take long because Lucci is not as strong as Zoro. I mean, Rayleigh intro was forever going to be effort to me in Sabaody arc. Feel bad for Kaku. Kaku's just sealed inside of a Sea Prism bubble right now. He can't do jack. It's worse than Sea Prism handcuffs because you essentially can't move from that spot. You're just encased in a bubble. You really can't do anything even if you wanted to. And you're also weakened. Kaku literally just got left on the back burner. He's no longer a major threat to anyone because of Sanji's quick thinking. But this was a great chapter. I enjoyed it. All I can say is that for us to come out of this break, we see Marie Joie. We see first of all, Akainu is there in Marie Joie already. He's already there. So that was surprising to me. Seeing him fight, which we haven't seen him do since Marineford. He's actually fighting. So we haven't seen that because we were all wondering, I know a lot of us, we've all wondered, when is Akainu going to be able to do something? He's been held up inside of headquarters this whole time. He's never got a chance to do anything. And this is the first time in a long time since Akainu got reintroduced back into the story for the time skip that he's actually physically done something proactive. So a lot of first time moments here. So I'm grateful for this chapter. I really am. Oda really be hitting the ground running with these out-of-break chapters. Like he didn't expect Lucci to do this and he's getting punished even though I don't think Kaku planned to betray them. He looks so confused at what Lucci was doing. He does. He was. Because when it comes to being the most steadfast when it comes to the world government, that's Lucci. Kaku, he's more lax. He'll still follow the government, but he's not as robotic, so to speak, as Lucci is. So he was all like, Lucci, what are you doing? Because, I mean, Kaku knows that they're all there to kill all of them. Yet Lucci is so steadfast a lapdog, which is ironic given his cat powers. A lapdog for the world government that even Kaku's all like, dude, what are you doing? And, well, I mean, Kaku's all like, hey, what's going on? What gives? Because, you know, they can't chance Kaku doing something as well. But yeah. But Kaku has the ultimate destructive power of the giraffe. Matters very little to a man whose brain is the size of an island. Matters very little. But overall, I enjoyed this chapter, and I really do hope you guys enjoyed it as well. I just want to say thank you. We have hit 4,400 subscribers. 4,400. The grind never stops. The channel continues to grow, and I have all of you to thank. Thank you for helping this channel get to yet another 100 threshold. It really does mean the world to me, because it means that what I'm doing matters, and people actually like what I do. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Everyone, all I can say at the end of the day is this was a 10 out of 10 chapter. I enjoyed it. I might end up playing Kizaru on Pirate Warriors later on just to be all like, so this is what this man can do. And we're not going on break. We're not going on break. So looking forward to the next chapter we get. Who knows where we're going to cut to next time? All I can say is Oda is just cooking, and I can't wait to have myself another One Piece meal next Sunday. Hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. And if you enjoyed what you saw here today, then do these 3 things, because not only is it free, but it also helps the channel as well. Like, subscribe, and share this video with everyone you know, because the more the merrier. Also, leave a comment down below, because I would love to hear your thoughts on this episode. For those of you who are watching this after the stream is over, leave a comment down below, because it also helps the channel as well. I should probably include that. Yeah, like, subscribe, and share this stream with everyone you know, because the more the merrier. And because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day, and once again, as always, later peoples, on to my hero.